Welcome back to the channel, football fans, for another episode of Gridiron Legends. Stick around today and level up your football IQ as I drop some football knowledge on you about Dan Reeves, class of 1967. Okay, today's Gridiron Legend is Dan Reeves. Now don't get confused here, this is Dan Reeves, the owner of the Cleveland Rams, and not Dan Reeves, the head coach. Dan Reeves was born in 1912 in New York City, the son of Irish immigrants. His parents and uncle owned a successful grocery chain store that brought some wealth to the family. Reeves graduated from Newman School in Lakewood, New Jersey, and attended Georgetown University, where he met his future wife, Mary Caroon. The Reeves family's grocery chain was sold to Safeway stores in 1941, which generated some capital and freed up the youthful Dan Reeves at age 29 to pursue his dream of owning a professional football franchise. Reeves purchased the Cleveland Rams franchise with his friend and business partner Robert Levy in 1941 from local ownership group for $135,000. The franchise was pretty young, having been launched in 1936, and finances were tight with as few as 200 season ticket holders and no television revenue. Some players worked for as little as $100 per game. Reeves would become the sole owner in December of 1943. Now, immediately following the conclusion of the 1945 season, with the championship game having been played in icy Cleveland before 32,000 fans on December 15th, Reeves announced his intention to move his team to sunny Southern California, which the league later approved on January 12th of 1946. This was shocking news because less than a month earlier, the Rams had won the NFL championship. On January 15th, Rams team representatives went before the Los Angeles Coliseum Commission with a plan to lease use of the facility for home games, as it was already the home venue for college football for both UCLA and USC of the Pacific Coast Conference. On January 23rd, the Coliseum Commission approved use of the 103,000-seat stadium for Rams Sunday home games during the 46th season. Eventually, the team proved to be extremely successful on the field, with quarterback Bob Waterfield helping the team to 3 straight league championship games from 1949 to 1951, culminating in the 1951 championship trophy. Boasting some of football's most glamorous stars, the Rams drew extremely well at the ticket office. Topped by a crowd of 102,368 for a game against the San Francisco 49ers in 1957, attendance for Rams games in the Coliseum topped 80,000 people on 22 occasions during the team's first 2 decades in California. Reeves also owned one of Los Angeles' first ice hockey teams, the Western Hockey League's Los Angeles Blades, which lasted from 1961 to 1967 and played nearby the Coliseum at the Los Angeles Memorial Sports Arena. Given the Blades' success, Reeves was an early favorite to get a National Hockey League franchise during the 1967 NHL expansion, but the league awarded the team to Los Angeles Lakers owner Jack Kent Cooke. Reeves made several other significant contributions to pro football. He instituted the famed Free Football for Kids program that enabled youngsters to enjoy the game in their formative years and then, hopefully, become ardent fans as adults. His signing of the ex-UCLA great Kenny Washington in the spring of 1946 marked the first time a black player had been hired in the NFL since 1933. Reeves' experimentation in the early days of television provided the groundwork for pro football's current successful TV policies. He also was the first to employ a full-time scouting staff. Okay, that wraps up our spotlight on Dan Reeves, another great contributor to the rich history of the NFL. Now, thanks for joining me for today's episode, and join me again next week as we continue our review of the Hall of Fame class of 1967. Don't forget, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and tell a friend. Now stay safe, and I'll see you next time.